Karibuni sana.
My name is Kezia.
My name is Blessing.
Blessing.
My name is Mercy.
My name is Nunu Aduts.
I am Odhiambo.
My name is Sarah.
So Sarah, let's start with you. We did a topic on timing. Yes, what did you learn from timing? And maybe possibly Vila may put into practice.
Timing is knowing when to act or when to step up and leave. I've learned on how to utilize my time. Yeah.
Odhiambo.
Yes.
John C. Maxwell says, when to lead is as important as what to do and where to go. What do you understand by that statement?
Mi vile nimeelewa, seme kama kuna kitu like ulikuwa unataka kuuliza ama kufanya, usifanye tu. Like ungoje ile time yenye inafaa ndio uifanye. Ama kama unataka approach kitu, usiende tu. Nakuwa na plan unasema nitaifanya na time yake.
We learned about 5 ways that you can know when it is right time to act. Adut, sindio? Yes. So mention any 3.
One is that you should be aware of what people need, the people you're leading. You should try to understand them. Look for opportunities to lead to.
So, since we learned about timing, Blessing, tumelearn mambo ya timing during a time when new candidates need to really utilize your time and maximize on it. So, how has timing helped you so far?
Since we did this topic of timing, I think I was able, since that time, use my time well, not to waste even a single time. When I get kama niko free, I can use that time to do something constructive. I can use my time well. Yeah, I think I learned to use my time well. Yes. Not wasting time like earlier. Yes.
Very nice. So, Kezia, why do you think it is important?
Mimi najua wakati umeplan kufanya kitu inakusaidia, at least unajua at specific time nastahili kuwa somewhere doing some things. Lakini wakati una plan, unaweza fika kama tuseme ulikuwa anytime, unaanza tu kufanya anything yenye haikuwa kwa mind. Maybe ulikuwa una hiyo time kama ni ya church, unafika hiyo time unaamua leo acha tu niache hii time ni watch movie.
What are some of the areas you think utaanza sasa kujipanga? Huku unajipangaga before?
I think ni like kitu nitafanya next nifanye wholehearted, like nijue ni kama ni kitu nafanya nifanye nikijua hakuna mali pengine kama sitarudi shule tena. Juu time nyingine kama ni kitu nimepewa nafanya, najua tu nitafanya saa hizi, date fulani ikifika nachomoka na kuja shule. So saa hizi na hiyo time sikuwa, hata kama nimeambiwa kuna senye sikuwa nafanya nikitaka, nafanya tu juu nimeambiwa ionekane nimefanya. So saa hii itabidi tu nafanya nikijua ni hapo ndio at least nisiharibu ka relationship kenye kako mtaa.
All right. Mercy, we learned about different timings. Zenye if you do something at that time, it will either be beneficial or non-beneficial. And John C. Maxwell says that taking the wrong action at the wrong time ends in a disaster. Can you give us an example? Wrong action in a wrong time that will bring disaster in a teenager's life.
According to me, a wrong action at the wrong time ni involving yourself in a relationship while still in school. Mi kulingana na mimi hiyo tu itakusumbua tu akili bure, itakupotezea muda, unafikiria msee mwenye hata labda ashakusahau.
Na ni ukweli by the way wanasahau hiki watu.
Pia itakuprevent wewe kufanya vitu mingi sana ze ungefanya ukiwa peke yako. That's according to me.
Very well. Adut, tutasaidia hapa. Taking the right action at the wrong time leads to resistance. I understand you are a leader. You've been a leader kwa hii shule. So maybe advice was chana. Give us an example. Taking a wrong action but at the right time.
Taking a wrong action at the right time. Well, I've kind of done that a couple of times. So, for example, in school, while leading the CU, you say the wrong action at the right time. If it's your time, it's okay to tell people, like when they're in the chapel, it's their time to praise, it's their time to worship, and at the same time, it's my time as a leader to tell them what to do. So, telling them to go do duties that I was supposed to tell them to do before the chapel is wrong, and you'll definitely find out that they'll resist, although I am the leader. they'll have to resist because I'm telling them the wrong action at the right time, because they're in the chapel, and it's true that I'm the one who's supposed to command them when they're in the chapel, but telling them to go do some activities outside the chapel is wrong. And you might find out that they end up resisting, and that will also bring me down as a leader, of which was all my fault.
Kezia, give us an example of taking the wrong action at the right time is a mistake.
A good example ni kama uko kanisa, ni time ya kanisa, lakini umekuja na vitabu, unaendelea kusoma. Obvious, tuseme for example, the church leader akikuja, lazima mtaanza kugombana, na hiyo ni disaster.
I are taking the right action at the right time results to success. To pay such an example.
So taking the right action at the right time results in success. In that, when you utilize your time well and you will not waste your time, you'll be able to, maybe you did not understand mathematics, and when you are free, you use that time to revise, and you are going to understand, and this will result to success. Yes.
Right action,
The
right
right
time.
time.
Sindio?
Yes.
Form 4, nataka to advise from 3, 2, 1. What one thing do they need to do now so that they can become better in leadership?
My name is Beatrice Carrego. In order to achieve what you want, you're supposed to use your time well and be disciplined in what you do. No matter what challenges may come, you have to face it in faith and never give up.
Very well.
I'd like to tell them, first of all, put God first, because in everything you do, without God, you can never make it. So always have your trust in God. And I'll still insist in the point of being humble. Don't ever have a proud look, because humility is the key to success, and discipline too.
Yes, Ratem.
My name is Laureen, and I like at mostly the Form 2s utilize time yao na wache peer pressure. Peer pressure pia si mzuri. It has many consequences. Naitwa Purity. Nataka kuambia the Form 2s and the Form 3s and the Form 1s waweze kumanage their time. No, in future wakifika Form 4 wasianze ku regret about the time nini zenye wamepoteza.
Teamwork. We learned about teamwork in Unit 8. What's your take home in teamwork?
Teamwork, this is the act of people working together in order to succeed towards something. Tuseme kama you are given a task, in some areas you can't manage on your own, ama you didn't understand it well. Like you find someone or people who you think understands what you are doing better, or who you think they can help you to do what you are given. Kuinuana ndo yani wakusaidie kuinuka kwa hiyo kitu yenye ulikuwa nayo. Kama ni kitu ilikushinda, unatafuta usaidizi. Ndo hiyo team at least hadi time itafika una give up, ni hao watakuwa nyuma kukusukuma.
Tuambie Blessing, what are some of the reasons you would prefer to work with a team instead of working alone?
Okay, according to me, working with a team is better, because tuseme umepewa homework ama umeachiwa kazi ya kufanya, then let's say for instance hiyo kuna concept au kupata teacher kifunza, you can go and consult your friend akusaidie, and then I think you can understand better. Juadi tunaambiwa in this topic of teamwork, individuals plays the game but the team wins the champions. Yes, you see, I can play the role of my work alone, but being together with other people, we can do it better. Juu naweza kuwa peke yangu nifanye na maybe siku understand na struggle kufanya kitu nyesija, I did not get it well. Nafanya nikifanyanga nikirudia the same mistake, but when I take the action of going and let's say for example that team, when we work together, kuliko hiyo kustruggle sana, hiyo kitu itakuwa rahisi tukiwa wote. Yeah, for me.
Mercy, is it Mercy? What are some of the unique qualities that people bring out when they are working in a team yenye huwezi pata ukiwork solo?
For example, when in class, kwa wakati tumeweka kwa groups, kuna mwenye atakuja na the easier method of doing something yenye mimi sikuwa najua. For example, tuseme kama kitu kama English, tuseme kama mimi nakuwa na shida ya English. Sasa huyu mwenye anajua English atakuja na easier method ya kunionyesha kurevise venye nitaelewa haraka kuliko venye nita struggle nikiwa peke yangu.
Kezia, tuliangazia ama we focused on the story of Nehemiah wakati tulikuwa tunafanya story ya teamwork. Maybe what things did Nehemiah do that made him a good leader that people wanted to work with?
I think Nehemiah had trust in God na hiyo ndio ilimfanya ku remain a strong leader.
Sara, tuambie, ni nini ilifanya watu wa feel easy ama wa feel comfortable kuwork na Nehemiah?
Nehemiah, first of all, he was prayerful.
Yes.
And whenever alikuwa na shida, alikuwa anaomba. And God could answer his prayers. So, Nehemiah, tunaambiwa, he built the wall in 52 days. So, meaning he was hardworking.
So, if you want people to want to work with you, you have to be hardworking.
Yes.
Sindio?
Yes.
Na nakumbuka ile story mlisema ati Mr. Kai kuambiwa. Hebu pendeni kuambi. Kwanza unajua nyinyi wasichana mtakuwa wake wa watu. Utasurvive aje kama uambiwi? So something else maybe. Adut, let's hear from you first. Something that made Nehemiah a good leader to work with.
We see that Nehemiah had a lot of integrity. First, he shared his problem with the king, and because of his integrity, the king was able to grant him the permission to even leave and trusted him. And we see that when he came back home, he had influence, and he had the power to influence people to rebuild the wall in 52 days, of which it's not something that is normal, because it wasn't a small wall, it was the wall of the city. So he had integrity and he had influence. He was able to influence a whole nation to do one thing, and that is an important factor in becoming a leader.
Odhiambo, is there a problem in your community that troubles you?
I can give an example. Like mta natoka, naitwa Githembe. Githembe. It is in Nairobi. Huko kunakuwa na slogan inasemanga, kiishi huku hakuna kutoka huku. Like they believe huko, mega umezaliwa huko, hakuna kutoka huko. Like I can say like they don't believe in development. Like unaweza toka hapo uende mahali pengine. Like wanapenda tu ku revolve tu hapo hivyo. Kama nilikuwa naishi hapa na mamangu nitahamia nikuje hapa. Now like development yao ni kidogo kidogo hivyo. Sasa mimi najiulizanga na vile najiambianga like nikimaliza like nataka ku break hiyo kitu. Like nikimaliza like nikuwe nimesettle mind yangu kwa kitu nataka, nisikue kama hao. Like vile wanasema nikifanya hivi nataka, yani hakuna kutoka huku. Like hii ndo mtaa nimezaliwa huku, nitakufa huku. Like mimi sitaki hiyo. Juu saa zingine inakaa chini vile watu wanasema, nikiwaambia like kuna hope unaweza fanya kitu na ikutoe huku. Anasema hakuna kitu kama hiyo. Huku ndo tumezaliwa na ni huku tunakufia. So hiyo ndo inanipeanga. Saa zingine unafikiria kuna senye na feel like sitatoka huku. Juu like almost everyone akona hiyo mentality. So hiyo ndo saa zingine tanishanga kiasi.
Kezia, a problem in your community that troubles you?
Kwa community yangu watu wengi ni walevi. So hiyo ndo imenipatia trouble. So nilikuwa naomba tu nikae leader. I try to kumalizana na hizo dawa za kulevya. Yes.
May the Lord grant you that.
Amen.
Ndio. Ulevi Masi.
For example, penye mimi natoka, shida yenye kuko ni wasichana kupata early pregnancy na early marriages, lakini mimi huwa naomba Mungu anisaidie nisijiingize kwa hiyo, na pia in case siku moja nifanikiwe niweze pia kueducate wasichana wengine, niwaambie early marriages si mzuri, haitawasaidia palipopote.
In my community, there are many problems, but let me speak about the major one. So in my community there in Baringo, Kondani, you see there they believe that circumcising a girl ama hiyo FGM ni kitu mzuri. And for me, yani venye naona, even girls who are below, wasichana wadogo sana, the age of 9, 10, 11, pata mtu ameenda kucircumcisewa, and after kucircumcisewa there is nothing you can do. Your parents choose for you a man, hata kama ni mzee ama ni the age yote, unaolewa utoke kwa hiyo familia. And mi ningependa nikimaliza kusoma, nikisucceed in life, I go and change life of people there. Like niongeleshe wasichana, talk to them and nikataa hiyo act ya kucircumcise wasichana. Juu hadi gava ikikataa, bado uko na ndani, bado wanaendelea kufanya hivyo. And because mimi mwenyewe I know that place better, naweza enda pia huko na ndani kabisa kwenye gava wanaogopa, si unaelewa, kwenye mapokoto wanaogopa juu ya vita hivyo. So I can go and speak to them and educate them. Yeah, waache vitu kama hizo, na pia early marriages, wasichana wadogo kuolewa hivyo. Yeah, there are many but majorly those ones.
Yes, Sarah. A trouble in your community.
Tribalism.
Okay.
They usually tell us that wewe kama unaolewa ulete hapa Mkikuyu. Sitaki tribe nyingine hapa hivi. For example, I can use an example of Kisii. Na msisikie vibaya. Sawa, msisikie vibaya. Naambiwa msilete hapa Mkisii, Wakisii ni wachawi. Mtarogwa. Fanya hivi, just bring a Kikuyu here na mtakaa na amani. So, I'd like to advise them that tribalism is not a good thing. Yes, because even God made us in his likeness and tunafaa tukae in unity. We be one. Yes.
Adu tushaambiwa change your attitude, and how did you do it?
Yes. A couple of times. I've always had negative attitude towards family members, and also my attitude toward the male child.
Boys. So have you changed your attitude yet?
About the male child, I have.
How did you do it?
Well, I never liked my dad, and that's made me never to like male. So at the end, before he died, I knew everything that happens for a reason. Yes, so I changed my attitude, and because I finally understood, and because most of the things I've gone through, the male gender haven't been so kind to me. But since I came to high school, since Form 3 actually, I started realizing that challenges are there. And challenges are to strengthen us. So I started having a positive attitude that everything that comes my way is there to pass. So that is how my attitude came to be positive everywhere. So everything you do bad, you do wrong, okay, it's fine. I'm still moving on.
Yes. Tell us about something, a challenging thing that has happened to you while you were at Rohi Girls or during your high school life that made you change your attitude.
Okay, for me, is let's say bad company. My former school, which I was, at a point I had a bad company, but it made me have many challenges, many problems, and made me to change because of those problems.
Thank you.
First of all, I'm Eva Wanjiku. What have made me to change my life in Rohi Girls? First of all, before I came to this school, in my former school, I was just a bad guy. When I came to Rohi Girls, I just gave my life to God. Yeah.
So that's one of the best things that has happened to you, Rohi.
Yeah.
Okay, my name is Charity. Melan from Nakuru Rohi Girls. I learned about Storina Church. Niliingia shule yenye ilikuwa Christianity kabisa, nikajua Mungu kabisa na nimedevelop spiritually na I thank God for that. Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I'm Lydia. Yes. I've learned to become a prayerful girl, and I knew one thing, that when prayer becomes your habit, miracle become your lifestyle.
Awesome.
I'm Mary Wamaitha. I've learned how to interact with different people.
My name is Nyaro. I've learned how to live with people and to accept their behaviors and to take everything positive.
Naitwa Judy.
Yes.
What I have learned is say the round say, nafaa kupenda kila mtu na nafaa kujudge mse venye yako na nafaa put God first in everything.
How has Rohi Girls transformed you?
I had bad attitude towards some subjects. Kama came hivyo nilikuwa naonanga mode akiingia but nakumbuka kuna teacher mmoja alikuja akatuongelesha na nikachange.
I'm Nancy Nduta. Whatever I've learned since I came in Rohi Girls, I've learned to be time conscious, I've learned to be self-disciplined and self-driven, and I've also learned to respect other people's decisions.
I'm Grace. What I've learned since I came here is that to be helping other people whenever they lack something, and also being time conscious and having a good attitude towards myself and towards other people.
So I have something to tell the girls out there. Usiaidanganyike kuambiwa being an independent lady, it's only in the worldly way. This is what I love teaching my fellow girls. Usiambiwa ati ni lazima uende club and that stuff. Hiyo ndio itakumake sijui ukue ule mwenye unajulikana kwa like kijiji yote. That's what make you independent. Ama looking for men and start acting rude, that is what makes you independent. Nataka kuachanua hivi leo. In Proverbs 30 from 10 to 31, it describes an independent lady in Christ. Na ukichukua hizo qualities zote zenye Bible inatuambia on standing firm as an independent lady and as a woman, utakuja kujua that being in the worldly pleasures is more hazardous than being in God, because kwa God gold and silver ina belong to God. Usiaitaka ati uende uko nje utafute sijui ukue prostitute ama utafute ka sponsor ndio upate pesa. Things don't work that way. Na ile wealth unapata in God, it lasts forever. So I want every girl aende asome Proverbs chapter 30 10 to 31, because with him utakuwa rooted in God, and nataka hiyo Bible verse ndio ikue the kind of woman you want to be and the kind of woman you want to desire. Very soon I'll open a YouTube channel on that, and you'll get more on that, because that is what I want every girl child to see. And trust me, I've experienced it, and working in God, I'm telling you, it is marvelous, because una earn vitu more pesa and things in a honest way, and unakula ukiwa na amani. Haukuli ukiwa ukifikirianga guy kenye nilifanya nikapata hii pesa. No, unakula hata ukiwa proud, unasema I am a woman of substance. Have principles, set integrity, let it be your first priority. Hata achana na career, achana na kila kitu, acha integrity and principles, let them lead you. And more, tutakutana on YouTube. Thank you.
My name is Laurin Ratemo, and I'll urge the youth that to put God first in everything that they do. And I would like to tell my parents that I love you so much, and wazazi wote, be supporting your children.
I would like to tell my fellow students up there that ukipatiwa time ya kufanya kitu, do it like you'll never do it again. When you're given a chance to be in school, wewe soma tu kama mwenye utawahi soma tena juu hawezi jua penye bahati yako iko, si ndio? Alafu just when given an opportunity, use it wisely so that you'll never come to regret it in your life, saying that I wish kama ningekuwa high school ningefanya hivi na hivi. Usiwaitaka kujipata kwa situation juu kwangi situation nzuri. Alafu pia ningependa kuambia let not your character be like a garden where everyone walks in and out. Instead, let it be like a sky where everybody aspires to reach. Be that kind of a person mwenye ukitoka pahali utaacha legacy fulani, usiache legacy mbaya, acha ile legacy nzuri yenye watu watakuwa ukitumwa kama example wakisema simkwe tu kama fulani venye alikuwa hivyo. Yani usikue ule mtu mwenye hadi watu kwa mtaa wanaambiwa watoto wanaambiwa sitembee na wewe juu venye wewe ni mtu mbaya, lakini ukiwa mtu mzuri utaenda mbali. Hivyo tu.
I will advise my fellow students that you put God first, because everything with God is possible. You use your time, the time you have, wisely. You don't waste your time so that you can never regret in your life. And also, you must choose your friends wisely, because most of the friends, we are told that bad company ruins good morals. So you have to choose who you are working with so that you can be a good girl. And also I can advise that you should work in a godly way and live the worldly pleasures, because in the book of Romans 12, it tells us that we don't have to rely in worldly pleasures. And also I can say that education is the key. So you have to be focused in education so that you cannot depend on someone in anything you want. Like let's say for instance when you are married, you can't depend on your husband in everything. You can provide it for yourself and for your children. And also, you must follow God's teaching, work in godly way. Thank you.
Okay. Kitu ningetaka kuambia youths, and this was the advice from my mother, is kila mtu, youths, you should keep your friendships circle small. Hii inamaanisha usikuwe na marafiki wengi, kuwa na marafiki wachache ambao watakuongezea, wako na positive impact to your life. Na kitu kingine ningetaka kuambia, always trust in God that you are a perfect person and let perfection be your personality. Thank you.
Me, I would like to tell the community that squeezy, like they keep us my youth, like wametuweka like in a box. Yani squeezy mtu akisikia maneno ya youth anafikiria drugs, anafikiria yani vitu tu zingine, like vele mnatuambianga we are the future of tomorrow. Like mtuonyeshe, mtu support vitu kama hizo, like hadi hao wenye mnasema wana take drugs nini mjaribu kuwachukua and talk to them. Maybe wanaweza badilika, cause labda maybe they didn't want to be like that, ni juu mmetuachilia. Like we need that support. And also kwa wazazi, like you try and support our dream. Juu naweza kuja nikuambie I want to do something, uniambie ni kitu ya ujinga, and to me it means a lot. So you try to understand me and try to support me, because labda that's the only thing that I want.
Hi. So my name is Sarah Jambi Njoroge. Mimi ni baby girl wa dadi yangu. So nilimaliza form 4 2019 and niliambiwa life hapa nje si rahisi. Kila mtu atakuambia kila kitu, but life hapa nje itakuwa vile mentality yako itakupeleka. On a very sincere note, I remember last time yangu nikiwa form 4, we used to be, as in shule yetu, it's a Christian, an Anglican Christian school, ilikuwa inaitwa Meriliki Girls High School. It's in Kabete. So mnafunzwa culture ya kuomba, and you are told the only thing you can send to your life outside there is a prayer. And trust me, maombi zenye mimi niliomba hiyo chapel, hiyo Sunday service, every time in that compound, I used to tell God, mimi nataka nikimaliza form 4 nipate music school, niingie nifanye fashion, nifanye nini, like everything. Niliona kila kitu kifall into place. Na maybe maombi vitu zingine nilikuwa nataka nilisahau by then, niliombea story kai hiyo, but ikifika hiyo time nakumbuka, kai, by the way, hiki kitu niliomba second term ndio imetendeka. There is a prayer I made in form 1 ya kuhusu, I told God, regardless of anything, mimi sitaki kuwa na index number below index in the 84. And trust me, tukifanya exam indexing, I was way below that. But venye gava ili change system, wakasema mtatumia admission zenyu kuindexiwa. And coming to look at the bigger picture of it, nikishare with my friends in school, wakaniambia, God changed a whole system of a country so that he can answer your prayers. So you don't expect people to answer your prayers. It is God. So whatever prayer you make, however big it sounds, however impossible it sounds, ni Mungu tu ataileta through. And then another thing, huku nje kuna depression, vitu mingi sana. So ukitoka huku nje unapata ID. When mtu mkubwa, be honest. If you're not comfortable with anything, be honest. If you're not comfortable with kwenda na kijana out, be honest. Mwambie no. Just stick to yourself. Huku nje mtatoka saizi, there was a hashtag we were using, #justice for Velvin. Mtaona mkienda nje. A girl who was killed juzi na rapist. Na masoshi mnachase huku nje. Just stick to being you, by the way. Kama hutaki kwenda out na chali, say no. It won't cost you anything. Huku nje tunalia, unaona best yako unamwambia usiende out na umse anaenda out. The next morning anakupigia, I messed up. And then have those mentors. Angalia watu wakubwa. Kama mimi niko na kina Sylvia na Jose. If I have an issue, I will go to them. If I'm not comfortable, I have akina Victor. Victor ni best yangu kutoka church. I have circles there. So you create friends who will influence you positively. Thank you.